I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Hey, what's happening? Happy Tuesday. Good afternoon and welcome. This is the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score, 107thescore.com, and the 100.7 The Score mobile app, powered by Happy State Bank. We're watchable on TV, Fox 34 News Now. Yours on the YouTube, Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV, 950 on your AM dial. However you're joining us, we are glad that you've chosen to make us part of your Tuesday afternoon alongside Jeff McGuire. He's in for old Sneeder today. I'm Chois Woodman. Clint Scott across the way taking care of us. Y'all can hit us up. Thoughts, comments, questions, allegations, accusations, hopes, dreams, whatever you got. All of it welcome on the Yates Flooring Center chat line through that 100.7 The Score mobile app. You can even listen in if you're out in sexy Peru.
Sexy Peru, you say?
It's S-E-X-I, so I'm probably not pronouncing it correctly, but it's fine either way.
As long as I don't go there, it can keep its name.
There we go. We've got an array of topics to get into today.
Okay.
A handful of things. Athlon Sports has released its all Big 12 teams, so we can run you through that and tell you where the Red Raiders fall on that list. We'll dabble in a little NFL conversation. Some new odds have come out to tell you the most likely exit scenario for each team. In the NFL.
Oh, NFL. Okay.
Yep. So, most likely exit scenario, which is a lot of them are missing the playoffs altogether. And then there are plenty that are first-round exits.
Bet I can name at least two in the NFC East that will miss the playoffs.
I bet you could, too. One's probably a lot more likely than the other. But
yes.
Yeah.
Cowboys definitely not making it.
Yeah.
Giants could make it.
Yeah, right.
I'm kidding.
We'll get into a few other things. Something we didn't talk about yesterday, but it was interesting. South Carolina has a new way to gouge their students for money.
Yeah, man. When you get to that story, wow.
Yeah.
That is a job that is being done to them. And
what kind of job, Jeff?
Not a good one.
Oh, okay.
Not a good one at all. Jamie brought that to us on the morning drive yesterday, and it's
not great.
There's like scummy, there's dirty, there's brutal, and then there's this.
I'm curious how many other schools have done things without being as transparent.
Right. And I'm sure it's happening, but the fact that they're just so blatantly transparent about it, that's the part that, and that's not what we're getting to here, I'm sure, but
yeah, it was, it's pretty rough, especially if you're not a sports fan. If you're a fan of the education only. Is there anybody that's like that? Oh, man, I'm a huge Harvard fan. Just huge.
I would love to tell you no, that there's nobody like that. Do you know how... Okay, keep in mind, we are in the sports world here. We like sports. We talk about sports. We watch sports. We're interested in sports. If I were to ask Clint a random day, if he wanted to go to a baseball game or a football game or a basketball game, and he could, Clint's going to say yes because he enjoys going to sporting events. You would say yes because you enjoy going to sporting events.
It's likely, yeah.
I have a group of friends. I could have front row seats, and they'd be like, I'm okay.
It is hard for me to wrap my brain on that sometimes because
I mean, I've got friends like that too, but they're also not like rooting for school.
Sure.
They just don't care.
Yeah. It's not like they're. It boggles my mind that I know people that are like this because you could say, hey, do you want to go watch a game here this weekend? Let's go. We'll make a weekend of it. It'll be a blast. But it doesn't translate with some people, and it just boggles my mind. I don't understand those people.
How do you feel about the game Boggle?
Like the thing where oh no, that's not Boggle. That's
you're thinking of Trouble.
Thinking of Trouble. Is it where you got the letters?
Yep, you shake it all up.
Okay. Do you think I'm good at it?
I didn't say you were.
Asking if,
I just asked how you feel.
Knowing
about
what
it.
you know about that game.
Just asked how you feel about it because Boggle is like, I loved that game.
It's the dice with the letters on it, and you shake them up, and then you try to
shake it up,
words.
and then you're trying to get as many words as possible.
Yeah. I'm not good at it. I don't have any problem with people who do play it. Like, it looks like a fun game. Just not my skill set.
Fair enough.
I saw random jump from that. I saw a board game that I've never seen before, and I was legitimately thinking about getting it until I looked on the back, and the sticker was like $60, and I was like, okay, I don't need it that bad. Never mind. We're at Barnes & Noble, and it was a version. I still don't understand what the rules were, but it combined cards with these like puffy dice that it said in the back you use as dodgeball. So I don't know what the rules were. I took a picture of it to like remember it and to look it up more. And I was like, can I find a knockoff version of that? But I was like, if I brought that up to Ramar, we would have a lot of fun. We would break something within 2 minutes.
That can go in our fun room.
That could go in the fun room.
I'm still pulling for the fun room.
I think we need to make this happen.
Every day we ask Jamie, is the fun room made yet?
I mean, all transparency. There's a room that has some furniture in there that is never
You're talking
used.
the one down the hall?
Yeah. It's
okay, it doesn't have some furniture in it.
It's got a lot of furniture in there.
It's got a lot of stuff in there.
The light is always off, and it is never used.
It's basically a storage unit.
It is basically a big storage room, yes. It is bigger than the studio.
Let's find a spot for that furniture, and let's roll a ping pong table in there, play this weird game Clint's got. That sounds a lot like the...
I don't have it. I've just found it.
Right. Well, that he brought up.
There's like a throw avocado and burrito game. Have you heard of these? You peg each other with a plush.
Like a real avocado?
No, it's like a squishy one.
I mean, that'd be one way to get guacamole.
That's what like the dice things were.
Yeah.
Where they were like a squishy dice.
Yeah. So,
but without being able to pull them out from the box, I was trying to gauge like how dense do those look? Like, are we looking like a hacky sack?
These are like the furry dice, right?
No, they weren't furry. They were just like
that you hang from your
like the mirror.
Your mirror, yeah.
So here's my question: have you talked to the guy down the hall about throwing that stuff out?
Oh,
because there's a bunch of stuff in there that we put in there when we moved in that hasn't moved since we got here.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him. So I'm just saying I'm more of a ask for forgiveness guy than permission. So let's try that out and see.
You go right ahead. On this one, I would ask permission because that's his stuff.
Oh, I'm not gonna throw it out. I think there's a room next to it. We'll just pile everything in there. So,
in the small room where the furniture is, like the mini couch and the loves. I know I'm just describing something that no one understands because they've never seen it.
Actually, how about we just throw like one couch into each other person's office? Like Chuck has a new couch and Jamie will have one, and then we just distribute. We're good to go. Solved.
Wow.
Headlines coming up next. It's the bottom line on 100.7 The Score.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. This is the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and 107thescore.com. 100.7 The Score mobile app. Chois, Woodman, Jeff McGuire, yours in the First United Bank studio. Keep hitting us up on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Someone says, didn't Snead just take over a cubicle?
We have or had cubicles that were available. The cubicle wouldn't hold all the furniture that's in your proposed fun room.
But you just did something.
Yeah, you just ask.
Snead just took over a cubicle.
You don't ask.
We talked about it on air.
It was an empty
month.
Cubicle.
Sure, but we still had other people coming in that could have used it that are, here in the daytime.
Old Razzle Dazzle says...
You've got one. I've got one. Choice has one. producers have one.
We had a lot more people that have cycled through, though.
Yeah.
Bro has one. Who am I missing?
I mean, at the time, we had an influx of part-timers and interns that we could have split the desks and it would have made sense. But it was more fun just
That
to take
spend
that
more time up here than
cubicle.
Snead? Yeah.
Well, I mean, my dog spends more time up here than Snead does.
Is that accurate?
It might be this month. Okay. If I've got to do a late shift on our country station later this month, it will be true.
Old Razzle Dazzle says, man, y'all have me fired up about this fun room, and I don't even work there. We'll come wreck shop and ping pong and boggle every day during lunch if this thing happens.
I mean, we're busy during lunch. The show is going on during lunch.
Not if you eat at 11. Y'all get Mario Kart 64 in the fun room, and I'll put in my 2 weeks.
I mean, that can be arranged if the fun room does happen.
If we had a fun room, man, it would. We could feel like the sports people are the ones that would make it the most fun.
I think we would be the ones that make it the most fun. I think it would get used most by the room next to us and the room down the hall.
You think the salespeople would use the fun room the most?
I think there are a couple of salespeople that would live in that room.
Okay. So when did
And I'm not talking about Chuck.
When did Texas Tech decide to take it upon themselves to try to dictate clothing choices for fans so far in advance for so many games? They must be trying to make a run on apparel sales. I think actually it's the opposite, Bobby Hot Dogs. There's so many people that want to know, hey, are we wearing something? Are we doing a red out?
Sure.
Are we doing a stripe out? But if they announce it the week of, people don't have time to get their apparel in order before. So
And
Have you noticed though the last 2 years this is what everyone's doing.
Everyone
is turning.
It's
Oh,
not Texas Tech.
we have to have every single. This is what's when we've done blind projections. I very much enjoyed Jamie going through
It's
every
funny, right?
single school and going through every single theme night and stuff like that. I think that's just what at least the Big 12 that I've noticed that like that's the new thing to do.
yeah.
And are you going to tell me a Texas Tech fan that would go to a game doesn't own a black, red, and white shirt?
I would.
You're just being told which one of the three to wear.
A normal Tech fan would probably have all three, yes.
I
Not
mean,
all, but
and if you don't have the white shirt, you can get those cheap.
no.
It doesn't have to have the 3 stripes on it. Nowhere in this conversation does it have to have the 3 stripes or the UA on them anymore. You can just go buy a shirt.
Michael from the ranch says y'all need a pinball machine in there too.
Oh,
That'd be fun.
man.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
We're running out of space already in our fun room.
Well, we got to clean it out first.
Yeah, where are we going to put the axe throwing alley?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Backyard.
I'm actually-
backyard.
Yeah,
for
that could go in there.
backyard.
I'm actually.
Everyone I've been to has been inside. I refuse
I'm sure
to
you
throw
have.
my axes outside.
Do you trust us throwing an axe where there's glass?
I don't know. I was pretty darn accurate that one time.
I say the one that I trust the least is Choice, and
I beat you.
barely.
It still counts.
You still weren't safe.
And you have a lumberjack beard. You should be ashamed.
That was fun though.
It was. We need to do it again.
He has a Yukon Cornelius beard. What are you talking about?
So, for this the purpose of this conversation, it's a lumberjack beard. We're talking about axes.
He doesn't wear plaid
Well,
very
Yukon
often.
Cornelius is a lumberjack, isn't he?
No, he's a miner. He's a prospector. That's why he has the pickaxe.
How do you know
and
he's a
not an axe.
miner? Did you ask him his age?
That's the oldest miner I've ever seen.
Sorry, dad joke coming up in about an hour. So, no, my submission to the fun room would be the bubble hockey game. You ever played those?
That would be kind of fun.
Oh, those are amazing. Okay,
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm interested.
Think of foosball, but a bubble over the top of it to play hockey.
have you
with.
never played this? It's phenomenal.
No.
It's one of the best
I
games. there is.
despise foosball, but
This is
hockey. Oh, and they actually do the little
Yes.
the little slide.
Yeah, they got the puck in
action.
there and-
Okay, I know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
it's
now.
great. Okay, all Big 12.
All Big 12.
Athlon
Oh,
Sports.
January 28th, Super Bowl 30, by the way.
Thank you.
We promised that information. We got sidetracked.
So Athlon Sports have put out their full Big 12 preview. The Athlon
Okay.
magazine, you can go take it wherever, your Barnes & Noble or probably your Walmart. But they do everything. They do the preseason predicted order of finish, their Big 12 championship. They even have bowl projections before the season. They also have an all Big 12 team. How many, I assume neither of you have seen this.
I have not.
How many Red Raiders do you think are on this? And this is only a first-team preseason list.
Only first team.
How many Red Raiders are on the All-Big 12 preseason team for Athlon?
2. And I bet both of them are on the lines.
I'm going to go 4.
2 is the correct answer. Not both on the lines.
Okay.
One on the line, one as a linebacker.
Okay.
Jacob Rodriguez.
Jacob Rodriguez, and who's the second?
Your new defensive end.
David Bailey?
Yeah.
It is not him. That's how I would have guessed it.
Lee Hunter.
David Bailey is a preseason All-American and he was ranked 12th on this new college football video game list in terms of
for EA?
Yeah, for
I haven't seen, I saw the article. I have not had a chance to read it.
He's tied for the 12th best ranking national of every player in the country.
Not Big 12 first team.
He was not all Big 12 first team on this list.
Is there someone above him on the Big 12? On
Well,
the list,
they only put 4 defensive linemen, and a lot of them were interior. And I guess technically Bailey's a linebacker listed.
Okay.
Depending where you're looking. And I don't know. I probably would have put him on there myself. But
If you, just from semantics, if you couldn't find a spot for him because of how you set up your own list,
then you better figure it out.
That's on you.
Yep. So Sam Levitt is your preseason quarterback for this particular list. Running backs are Jaheim White from West Virginia and Bryson Washington from Baylor.
Okay.
The other, I guess, you had 0 offensive linemen. I think you probably should have landed 1, if not 2 offensive linemen on this list. I do believe that you could have had a wide receiver on this list as well. Caleb Douglas is the second leading returning production. I worded that horribly.
Correct, behind Jordan Tyson.
Of all Big 12 returning receivers, he's got the second most production coming back.
Right, but how many receivers came to the Big 12 in the transfer portal?
None on this list.
Really?
Well, where's Chase Roberts from? Maybe he's a transfer. The BYU kid.
No, he was there last year.
That's what I thought. Eric McAllister at TCU, he was there last year, right?
I believe so.
And then Jordan Tyson, he's the obvious. He should be on that list, and he was there last year. So I think by the end, I absolutely, I wouldn't say expect, but I am close to expectation that Caleb Douglas will be a first-team All-Big 12 member by the end of the season. I have very high hopes for.
Well, also, when we get that far, it's not just one team.
Correct. I said first team.
Oh, you mean just first? Okay.
I said first team.
I thought you said all Big 12 team.
No, I think first team. I think Douglas will be one of the 3 on the first team.
The closer that we get to the season, which I know we're still a ways away, so I can be wishy-washy on this, I think he will be in contention for an all Big 12 spot on some team. I think this could be a positive. I'm starting to build in my mind that you're going to be so balanced with the receivers that could hold him back a little bit. Instead of this like huge, massive, he had 1,200 yards, maybe like a 900-yard or right at 1,000, which would still.
But everybody else on the team has like 700 or 800.
You get another guy with kind of like how you had last year. You get another guy with 800, maybe 2 guys with 600.
Yeah.
Kind of like the
I'm gonna go
2015 year, and I would take that.
Sign me up right now.
I would take that. I would take either one. I would take either way.
Here's something that doesn't make a lot of sense. They also had a list on this preview of top transfers. They have Lee Hunter at 4th of the top transfers in the Big 12, and David Bailey number 1. He did not make their preseason list.
Athlon is so hit or miss.
And listed as a defensive lineman. It's the bottom line. I'll tell you where they project Tech in the bowl game next on 100.7 The Score.
The Cotton Bowl.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It's a Tuesday with the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and 107thescore.com. 100.7 The Score mobile app, powered by Happy State Bank. Y'all continue to chime in. Thoughts, comments, questions All of it welcome on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. We're watchable on TV, Fox 34 News now. Jamie Lint to my right. I'm Chois Woodman. Clint Scott across the way taking care of us. Y'all will take your thoughts or topics you want to get into. All welcome via the Yates Flooring Center chat line through that 100.7 Score mobile app. Even listening out in Iditarod, Alaska.
Bet that's where they have the dog race.
What if it wasn't? It'd be kind of weird. But
It would be, but I bet it's not.
you're probably right.
Bet it's not weird because I bet it's there.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's like a Super Bowl Nevada,
Yeah, something like that.
a World Series Minnesota?
I think the most famous person at my high school is a guy who won the Iditarod like more than once.
That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah,
Do you know his
that's
name?
the only, no clue.
Do they get money for winning that?
Yes, I don't know how much. If it's like even close to.
Surely they do.
Let's see. Prize money is the total purse is $500,000, and it varies from year to year. But this year's is $500,000, so the winner gets $57,200. Plus, you get like a gold nugget that comes with that. That's probably
Oh, nice. Is third place like 12,000 and a thing of whale jerky or?
whale jerky.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? Jamie, we've done a lot. We've covered a lot of territory. We talked about Athlon Sports Big 12 preview. We have really got our fun room in order over the last hour. We've got all sorts of stuff planned out for the fun room we're going to have here. Well,
Glad
the
I wasn't
chat
a
line
part of
really.
this.
Aren't you excited?
Glad I wasn't a part
The
of
chat
this.
line really helped us out too.
Yeah,
Like
they did.
pinball machine,
Yeah,
Axe throwing.
axe throwing. Yeah.
axe throwing.
Come on now. Who wouldn't love that?
I don't think I would think it was that great.
I think you need to try it.
I mean, I would be.
I didn't think it
I'd
was
be
gonna be that
happy to
great.
try it, but like, would I love it? Would I come back going, I can't wait to the next time I go throw axes again? I don't
think
so.
you're
There's just
enough of a-
something after that first time you let go of an axe, you're like, I got to do it again.
Yeah,
I think you're enough of a competitor that you would love that part of it. The trying to beat your.
Actually, the only
Coworkers.
people that love axe throwing are also the ones that grab a stud finder and go beep 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 beep.
Okay,
beep,
that
beep,
seems fair.
Yeah.
Which is 99% of the male population, apparently.
I'm only super competitive at things that I think I'm good at. So I'm really not that
See,
competitive.
that's the problem. I'm competitive at everything, and I
Yeah.
think I'm good at
You
everything,
and
but
this
I'm
guy
not.
and Hines, man, you want to compete over everything.
I have not been competitive in one thing in my life, except for everything.
I have
Yeah.
not been competitive more. So
I'm more least competitive.
I want to be competitive in tennis, but I keep reminding myself, dude, you're not good enough to be bothered by this. I'm playing badly.
you live a miserable life.
No, I don't. I don't.
Oh, I suck again.
And we say
I just-
other things. Choice and I are like, why are we so bad at this?
Yes, I'm
it's
just
so-
honest with myself. And don't get too
I
high,
knew
don't
you're-
get too low.
I knew you're sandbagging with the Yankees and stuff. I didn't know it leaked into your tennis game.
Yeah, the Yankees that have, won, I mean, every year since never.
That's not true. It's been 2009.
Hey, when you guys are competitive, do you guys use your own name and like in a conversation with yourself? Like when you're
goodness, yes.
when you're
Yeah,
pickleballing,
dang it,
you're like, come on,
Travis.
Jamie.
Yes,
What's wrong with
absolutely.
me today?
Yes.
Absolutely.
All
yeah.
the time. All the time.
And
it's never compliment.
Yeah, I always
Never like, great shot, Jamie.
Yeah, if you do that,
That
then
was
you're
great
just
shot
weird.
selection there.
You get a little psycho, a little chauvinistic, like, oh, way to hit that corner, Clint.
No,
Way
mine.
to stay out of singles alley, Clint.
Yeah, mine.
There's no such thing as a singles alley, and unless it's like over by some, I don't know.
I'm sure if
some
you go
club,
to 6th Street
some
in Austin,
club
there's some
somewhere
singles
in town.
alleys.
Singles alley is right before you yell service.
Headband.
Yeah. Hey, there's a baseball question on the chat line we held over for you though.
Okay, good.
The Portal King.
The Portal King is back.
Do I have to talk like that?
Yes. It says, is there any tie to our new pitching coach Foster and to Texas Tech or Coach Tadlock? I'm trying to figure out this hire. He may be a slam dunk, but I'm just confused on the hire a bit with him being an older guy with little or no college experience. Just curious if there's a relationship somewhere.
Yeah, I think I'm sure the relationship is Tadlock has a relationship with someone who has a relationship with him.
Okay.
That would be my guess. I don't think there's a tight tie like they've worked together before.
Well, he's got Texas ties, right?
Yes, absolutely,
So-
absolutely.
So they could have crossed paths.
They could have crossed paths, yes, but that doesn't make a tie.
Sure.
You know, they've not worked on a staff together or anything
Correct.
like that.
Correct.
So my guess is that Tadlock has a lot of confidence in someone that has a lot of confidence in Coach Foster, and that's really what brought them together. I think that one of the things that I think that Texas Tech would be looking for is just the there's so many new and different analytical factors with pitching in baseball. And I think guys at the major league level have experience with a different level of analytics and how it affects things with pitchers, whether it be motion and spin rate and all of these different things that maybe not all college programs have the advantage of using. And so unless you're stealing from some extremely high-level college program that's got some of that stuff, which is not likely, you're not going to take their pitching coach away.
Right.
You probably would have to go to someone who's had big league experience. From the articles that I've read about Coach Foster, he was a guy that had done good things with the Rockies, but basically was a guy that wanted to be home with his family and did not want to be out on the road for a Major League Baseball season. And that's when he went from pitching coach to director of pitching, so he could be, travel less.
Yeah.
And so, now he's got to. And so the question you're asking now is, doesn't he have to go recruit and do all those things? Absolutely. But I guess it's still, the thought is it's less than a major league season. So also he's taken a few years back from being a pitching coach.
Yeah. So the pitching coach part, or the, I guess, connection part, the only two that I could draw as far as Texas Tech connections that would have known Coach Foster would be Braxton Fulford, for one.
I would think so.
He would work with him as a catcher. And Chad Bettis. And that's...
I would think it would be more of,
it's good.
Veteran coaches.
And that's what I would have thought, too. But as far as direct Texas Tech, those are probably the only two, but I'm sure Coach
Chad Bettis has had great things to say about him.
Yeah. It is the bottom line. Blind projections, Texas Tech addiction. Addiction. We all have
addiction.
it. We all got it. I can't speak today. We'll
First one's
project
free.
blindly next on 100.7 The Score.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Summertime series of blind projections continues today. This is the bottom line on 100.7 The Score and 107thescore.com. Jamie's got a question. That's actually coming up.
It's really a statement.
Okay.
I'm disappointed.
Is that it?
We could just play that and it would be accurate for about
Something
every day.
tells me that's going to pop back up in the dad joke of the days.
Oh, dang it.
I'm disappointed that we're doing Texas Tech so early.
Okay,
what are we going to build up to?
There is
Kansas?
a reason. No, we're not.
What are we going to build up to?
The problem
UCF?
is we went through this last year and had to pop in Texas Tech in the middle, because if we don't do Texas Tech early, we've already picked all their games before this.
So I'm not going to remember it, and I'm just going to pick different anyways. Okay. I'll.
That's the reasoning.
I reserve the right to shut up now and play along.
Well, I think we've done this
Thanks, Jamie.
3 years now where we've done tech early because we realized this.
Yes, it's like
I'm surprised you're surprised.
we realize it in the middle, or like early on. It's like, oh, dang it.
I mean, we can make
already
this pretty
picking 10
quick,
games.
right? 12-0, 12-0, 12-0.
I'm not going to pick 12-0. You're welcome to. We could make it quick, but all right. Clint is first. Jamie's second. I'm the swinger this week.
We probably could at least start with 3-0.
We have to
Not
go
if you
through
listen
the
to Jeff
themes.
McGuire.
We can't just
Yeah, we
say
got to go through the
3-0.
themes. We got
gotta go
fresh
through the
themes, Jamie.
themes.
This is the whole reason we're doing tech, because we got fresh themes.
I got bad news for you guys.
Fresh Themes
You
is
don't know
Choice's
them?
rap name.
Texas
Ooh, I
Tech's
like it.
website does not list the themes.
Okay, I could tell you the themes because they came out today or yesterday. So, Texas Tech, if you didn't know, opens against the Arkansas Pine Bluff. What, Jamie?
Pine Buffs.
Let's
I'm
go,
gonna,
Pine Buff.
The Pine Buffs.
I'm gonna go. This is a golden lion.
They're just the Lions. Yes.
It is. Oh yeah, that's
You're
a
really
lion.
observing that.
That's a lion.
We've played them in baseball.
Yeah, so like I remember.
I figured you would remember. You remember everything that has to do with Tech baseball. So I did think, oh yeah, we played the Lions a few years ago.
Their logo has always bothered me.
Yeah, it's
because it looks like a flower with a face.
Yes,
Amen.
that's exactly right. Clint.
Okay. Jamie, are you taking? No, Clint, are you taking the flower with the face?
No, I'm not. Flower with the face gets plucked.
Choice, you're such a
name.
happy-go-lucky, fun-loving person. I feel like I could describe you as a flower with a face.
I don't like that. Why would you say that?
A delicate
Because you're a
flower with a face.
happy-go-lucky person. You keep telling me how miserable my life is.
I was joking. I aspire to be more miserable like you, Jamie. I'm having to find a new pin option because, well, he went away. All right. Flower with face will not win a game.
I've dealt with some partners that are unprepared, but Choice may be taking it to a new level right now.
I have a bag full of pins.
He may be taking the,
Just like
the
you,
unfrosted
Jamie.
cake, if you will.
He's really trying to set me off today. Look at this. I've got pins, man. I'm not unprepared. Now, parts of them are rolling.
I think our flower is wilting.
Someone get him some water and sunshine.
Ugh.
He's not doing good.
This one just ran out of ink. You can have it. All right.
Probably came from Big 12 Media Days.
No, this one did, actually. The one I switched to. It's got the little Vegas symbol on it, which we won't get a new one of these this year. Dang it.
Good.
All right. Kent State, game 2 on September 6th.
Did I even pick the game?
Yeah, you picked not the flower with the face.
Okay, yes, I did. Did I say that? Okay.
I don't know. Are you picking Tech?
Yes, Tech.
Okay. Kent State.
I will
Golden
take
flashes.
I will take the not golden flashes.
Okay. Jamie.
There will be no flashing.
You're going to clip that one.
Why is it?
I will also take the Red Raiders. Do not make a mockery of this, Jamie. No flashing, and the Beavers are up next. Oregon State.
Versus the Golden Beavers. I will take the Red Raiders.
I believe that Texas Tech will win this game.
Texas Tech will win this game. Don't ask Jeff McGuire. He is scared to death of Oregon State.
That's good.
All right. Week 4, first Big 12 game on the road at Utah. Clint. Red Raiders or Utes?
The Red Raiders.
You guys have me nervous about this one.
What do you mean, you guys?
I feel like yesterday you guys were both loving on Utah.
I just said that they played a lot of one-score games last year. He didn't love on them. I did.
Yeah, I thought that they could fit into the dark horse conversation we were having, but I also didn't pick them as my dark horse for a reason.
Okay, I'll take the Red Raiders.
I will take Utah. All right. My pen just ran out again. I've got pens, man! Let's do a Texas
Well,
Tech football
I got to
pin,
use
see
that
if
one
this
real
works.
quick.
Nope. All right, Jamie. We get a bye week next. And then at Houston.
Yeah, I'm going to take Texas Tech
Okay.
and Houston's former defensive coordinator to have a big day.
I'm going to take the team that'll have more fans in the stands. I'll go with the Red Raiders.
More fans in the stands. Okay. I will take the Red Raiders as well. I can't get my pens to write. Kansas. I'm having so many problems here.
I'll take the Red Raiders at home.
Do you mean that, Clint?
I do.
Okay. Jamie?
I will pick the Red Raiders as well.
You were very hesitant on that one.
I'm nervous about this one, too.
I would be pretty nervous if it was away from home, but I think at home, Tech will win. Halfway through, we have the Red Raiders collectively 6-0. Next up, at Arizona State to open the second half of Big 12 play.
I believe I picked this one as a loss, so I'm going to stick with it.
You did not, Clint.
Okay, never mind. Switch it.
You picked this one as a win.
What did
I'll
I
stick
pick?
with it.
You picked it as a Texas Tech loss.
Yeah, that's what I want. I mean, I don't want it, but I mean, that's what, you know what I mean.
Could you?
You know, that's what I want you to write down if you can get a pen to work.
Oh, my gosh. No one's going to read this after. I took the Red Raiders last time, and I will also take them here. Home game against Oklahoma State on October 25th.
This is Ring of Honor night.
That is correct. Graham Harrell in the house.
I will take the Fighting Ring of Honors.
Red Raiders roll. I think Oklahoma State's going to be really bad again.
I don't know about their quarterback situation.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards that.
Although I'm going to say
Is
they're
there,
6 and 6
water all
because
over the sheet. I have never had more trouble. Am I being pranked right now?
oh man, what if I replaced every single one of your pins with a trick pin
Wouldn't that be awful?
Oh, that would be so
for you? Yeah.
Okay, I took Tech as well. At Kansas State. You don't even believe in the Wildcats.
They're not real. Yeah, I'll take Kansas State.
Clint's first loss.
I will take the Wildcats.
I will take Texas Tech. So we all have a loss up to this point. That's Texas Tech's first.
I have two.
You have two. That's Texas Tech's first loss that we have collectively on November 1st. So that would be a 8-1 start to the season. BYU, home game.
Win.
We did pick this one yesterday.
Win.
Win. Same way we picked it yesterday. UCF
Win.
Win.
on November 15th.
I knew you were going to do that joke and you still messed it up.
No. Win. And then bye week.
Win.
Thank you. At West Virginia to close the season.
Victory.
Jamie's nervous.
West Virginia will be defeated.
Okay. 11-1 for the Red Raiders in 2025. I hope we're right. It's the bottom line on 100.7 The Score. Question of the day.
There will be
next.
no flashing.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Happy to be part of your Tuesday. Hopefully you're having a good one. It's the bottom line on 100.7 The Score and 107thescore.com. Hey, don't forget to join us on Thursday out at the Soggy Dog. Snuck that on Clint so he couldn't. Still got there.
That's right.
50th in Frankfurt. Join us from 6 to 8. There will be the grand prize cash giveaway of $2,500, and also other prizes and items will be given away out
A
at the Soggy
DVD
Dog.
from Choice's collection. Anyone you want.
I don't think so. No.
Oh.
What if they took Jurassic Park from me? I'd have to go to Walmart and get it for $3 again.
You still purchasing DVDs at this point?
Only if I see a really good one at a garage sale or something.
Okay.
Like one that's like, oh man, I gotta have that one. Like I realized one was not in my collection the other day that I want.
Which is?
Maverick.
Okay.
Not Top Gun Maverick.
Right, I gotcha.
The
I know.
Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
It's just I really like that movie, always have, and
You go to a lot of garage sales?
an okay amount. Do you not?
I don't.
You don't
I
like
think
to
it's
rummage through other people's stuff?
I think it's super fun.
Yeah, I love garage sales, but
Yeah.
it's been a while since I've been to one.
Yeah, me too. I think
I don't-
it's entertaining though.
It's going to sound very garage sale snobbish of me, but I don't want to go if it's just a bunch of junk. I will
How do
judge
you
a garage
know?
sale.
Joyce just goes and scoffs.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I'll judge it
Ugh.
driving by sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna stop if it doesn't look worth my
He
time.
rolls down the window and yells, "Get better stuff to sell." And
Exactly.
Speeds
Yeah.
off.
Exactly.
There's one I think it's coming up again. That's like the Highway 84 garage sale. It just goes and goes and goes.
I didn't even know this.
I
I'm
think
in.
it's coming up like,
Is this like the storage lockers over there? Where
no, I think it's maybe even this weekend or next weekend or something. Or
All right.
Or maybe it was last weekend. I don't
Dang it.
know. May have been last weekend.
We should all go.
But we went one time as a family and had a blast.
What'd
I
you
mean, we
get?
like made it to like Dickens, and like every 5 miles
It's like,
there's a garage sale or something.
everywhere. Man,
They
I
were
wish I
all
would have
over
known
the
about
place.
this. I actually.
That's how I golf club shop. It's garage
Yes.
sales.
That's a great place to go.
Yeah, I feel like it was last weekend because I think.
Dang it.
I remember my wife telling me, I'm like, we can't go because of whatever.
Pickleball.
No, it was not pickleball.
Clint,
Daughter had a basketball tournament last weekend, so I feel like it was last weekend.
Clint fishing shops out there too.
Sometimes you can find some. I've got a couple old like fly rods. One of them doesn't work. One of them does. That I got like steal of a deal.
So
on
we're
both of them.
gonna plan this as a group next year. Highway
I'm
84.
totally down. I
do it.
would actually go.
You would.
I would. Yeah. Surely somebody out there went last weekend and can
Yeah,
confirm that it was last weekend.
Yeah,
or
let us know if
maybe
you
it's
did.
this weekend.
Maybe. Let's get to a question.
Time now for Jamie's question of the day on 100.7 The Score. Brought to you by someone not named Jamie and presented by Connecticut of West Texas. Life's hard, your water shouldn't be.
What is the best
It
thing?
was last weekend.
Oh,
Dang it!
It's 6282 yard sales. Is what it was.
We're going next year.
What is the best thing you've ever bought from a garage sale?
I knew this was coming. Oh man,
I have the answer. I mean, I have my answer.
go for it. Jordan card.
Just Michael Jordan.
Just Michael
No,
Jordan.
I'm gonna tell you this was. I'm gonna say 25-ish years ago, 20-ish years ago.
Okay.
These two huge, massive rolls of like industrial paper towels. They were like really thick and
You
tough.
still got him.
And I still have like half of the second one left.
I knew
I
it.
keep them in the garage.
25
Garage
years
filled.
worth of paper towels.
I mean, I'm telling you, Choice, they were like this big around.
I believe it.
And you
What'd
just
you get for 'em?
anytime you need them, you're out in the garage, you get your hands dirty, you spill some oil, whatever, just rip some off. You wipe it up, you throw it away. You don't have to go to the house, whatever. It's quick, it's easy. I probably played $3 or $4 for them.
I was about to say that matters in that question,
Yeah.
like what you paid for it versus like
sure.
return
Yeah,
on
yeah.
investment. How long you've
How many times has that saved me having to go into the house to grab something to wipe something up?
I don't know.
How many times has that allowed me to clean my hands off without having to go inside or go to the
25
hose?
years worth of paper towels, baby.
Dude, I loved it.
Of course, Jamie would pick that.
Still have, like I said, about a half a roll. So I might have another 10 to 15 years left.
And also, still to this day, like anytime he does go to a garage sale, he's just keeping his eyes open. Like, you guys have any large, hilarious amounts of paper towels somewhere?
Yeah.
No, okay, just asking.
But they're like thicker than paper towels. They're
I
not
know
as
what you're talking about.
comfortable. They're a little harsher, but they're good.
But they get the job done.
Yes, sir.
They don't leave any skin.
Wouldn't want to wipe my backside, but it'll dry my hands off.
A little rough back there.
That John Wayne toilet paper.
Deep freeze or
a deep freeze.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. Use deep freeze, and I mean we load it with meat now, so that's probably the most useful.
Garage sale deep freeze.
Yeah,
that sounds like it needs to be a horse name.
Okay. That or dang, what else? Oh, a lot of like baseball cards. I mean, you can't go wrong with just getting tons of baseball cards that someone's dumping off for $10.
Hey, I'm having a garage sale this weekend. You should come by the house.
$10. I'll even give you 20 for all of your cards, every single one of them.
I got it was obvious. There's this older couple, and she had said like it was her son's. She was selling her Nintendo 64. I think I paid $50 for it, and it was in great condition.
That's good.
I was pretty pumped about that. Or for $2, a framed picture that this guy had just. This was technically an estate sale, so I don't know the story behind it, but it was clearly just a picture of Larry Bird guarding Michael Jordan in black and white, and just put it in this crappy frame. I was like, "That's $2? Yeah, I'll take that.
$2." Okay, do you have a real question?
That was a real question.
Okay.
That was really good. I was entertained.
No.
I can give you the real one now that we have a couple of minutes left.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, if you could lock in 3 wins on Texas Tech football schedule, what would they be?
So these are your guarantees.
Yeah, you
you're
were
spending your coin on this.
Your schedule magic, where they're going to win it no matter what.
Can they all be road games? Because I think
it's up to you.
I mean, I think I would lock in Utah, Arizona State, and Kansas State.
I'll go K-State, Arizona State, Oklahoma State, just because the thought of losing to Oklahoma State makes me want to hurl.
You're going to spend one of your genie picks on that?
If TC was on the schedule, they'd get one too.
Actually, that's really funny. We have the same 3. Because,
Same 3.
But for a different reason. It's not just because it's Oklahoma State. Any night that the Ring of Honor night would have been on, you have to win that game. I don't care who it's against.
Have we lost it? Not every time, right? What was last year, Baylor? The Wes Welker game. I can't remember which one that was last year. We know the Patrick Mahomes one was Baylor, the first year under Coach McGuire. When was Crabtree?
I don't know. You guys be way better at this stuff than me.
I honestly don't remember.
I'm just the
I do remember
paper
that
towel expert.
Apparently.
And now we go to our paper towel expert, Jamie Lent.
If
I
wasn't,
guys, my hands are really clean, really dry. I just had oil on them 5 minutes ago.
If I wasn't going 3 road games, I would do. I do think I would lock in Utah because starting off 1-0 would be important, especially with back-to-back road games to start in Big 12 play. I think I'd do Utah, Arizona State, because I think they're more of a no, I'd take K-State. And then Kansas, because I would not want to lose to Kansas, and I do think they're going to be good.
Yeah.
This has been the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 100-7thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.